on the eve of his 100th day in office, President Joe Biden will lay out an ambitious agenda.
His first address to Congress comes one day after a major update on the use of masks.
The director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, is back with us. Welcome back, Charles. It's been a while.
Good to see you again, Charles.
It has been a while. I've missed you folks. It's good to be here.
We missed you too. It's been a very ambitious 100 days for this new president.
It certainly has. The administration and the president took the view that they were going to move forward. That involved using the reconciliation process to avoid a filibuster and get through the big COVID relief bill that was already passed. But now the president's setting his sight on two new big plans, the American Jobs Plan, which is the infrastructure bill, and the American Families Plan, which is kind of new, which involves a lot of support for pre-kindergarten education and other things. So if the president has taken any advice from his friends, it is go ahead and go big and push these things through.
What is the importance and significance of a president's first 100 days?
Well, the 100 days is kind of arbitrary, right? This goes all the way back to Roosevelt doing a lot of things in his first 100 days during the Depression. But I think regardless of that, 100 days is a little over 3 months into administration. It's had a little bit of time to get things moving. And so it's a handy date to look and see what people have accomplished, but there's nothing magical about it. I do think that the Biden administration has been aware that they needed to get a running start and not to get bogged down in long negotiations that might slow their progress as well as make them fall short of what their goals are.
So the address tonight is sort of a sales pitch to the American people.
I think it is. One, there'll certainly be, I'm sure, some bragging and claiming credit for the rate of vaccinations, which has exceeded the president's goals. And so I'm sure he'll take a lot of credit for that. But there's also the passage of the COVID recovery plan, the American Rescue Plan, as they called it. That's already passed and pushing money into the states and into bank accounts with up to $1,400 payments. But then he's going to set the agenda for these additional things, infrastructure and the family plan, both of which are big ticket items, but also ones that, at least when polling is done on the elements of it, are pretty popular, including some popular support for increasing taxes on the wealthy and on business to help pay for them. So that'll be an interesting thing to see how he presents those things and what he singles out as critically important within these plans.
This is basically the State of the Union address in April, isn't it? Why aren't they calling it that?
Yeah, I think it has to do with the fact that the formal State of the Union address is usually given around January. And in fact, in some years, an outgoing president has delivered a final State of the Union, leaving the incoming president to do a follow-up, which is a joint session of Congress. And that's essentially what we're doing here.
And it's going to be a smaller crowd tonight because not a lot of visitors are being allowed in the chamber.
Limited visitors. I believe there's also social distancing among the members of Congress who will be seated. So it'll be interesting to see if the TV impression is one of a largely empty house or whether we don't see that so much. Also, the First Lady is not going to have guests with her in the gallery, something that Ronald Reagan pioneered in 1981 or 2, I think.
It begins at 8 o'clock tonight. You can watch it right here on CBS and WISC. Charles, great to see you again.
Charles, good to see you. Hope to see you again soon.
Me too. Take care.